Hey everyone, this is the 2025 Chiefs STM unboxing video. This is my 6th year as a season ticket member for the Chiefs, and I've got other videos from the 2020 season until now that you can check out on my channel to see all the other packages that I've been receiving as a season ticket member. Without further ado, let's get to this year. This one is pretty big. I'll bring it into the frame now. This is the largest package that they have sent since I became an STM. Just to show you, tape measure, that's 18.5 inches across and 17.5 inches the other way. And it's also about 3.5 inches thick. So, this is a large package, and it is fragile. What could it be? It says fragile on both sides. And let's find the best way to go about opening this. I guess we'll just go back to this side. I do know what this year's package is, but I did not expect it to be as large as it is. So that was a surprise to me when I saw it on my porch, and it was much bigger than I expected. It's a pleasant surprise, so I'm actually very excited to unbox this one. Go. There we go. There we go. We can already see a portion of it here. Let's see if I can get that in the frame. You can see that 2025 season ticket member. And I'll just slide this from off camera. Look at that. That is, I mean, it's as big as the box implied, but that is, it's just cool because of how big it is. So obviously I have the logo on top, season ticket member on the front. The sides don't say anything. So nothing to see there. On the bottom, nothing to see there other than the NFL logo on there. And that's it for the outside. Probably magnetically sealed, or fastened, I guess is the word. But let's go ahead and open this sucker. Yep, magnets. And here it is. Oh, wow. That's cool. How about those Chiefs? That's cool. I did not expect that to light up when I opened it. That is cool. Alright, you can't see it. I'm going to try to get this in the frame as best I can here. I have to move the camera. I don't have a good way to do this. In the top part, right up here, it says, "An electric season awaits." And then there's a QR code. And it says, "Thank you for your continued loyalty to Chiefs Kingdom. Please scan the QR code above for a brief message." And that's signed Clark Hunt. So, if you want to, I'll try to get the QR code in there. Here, let's try this. There it is. If you want the QR code, there it is from the side. You can scan that and get that message. But yeah. It is a neon sign. That is this year's gift. And let's figure out, hold on, when we do this, I don't want this lid like hanging open all the way down. I don't want it to, there we go, try this. I just don't want it with all the weight of the lid to just be hanging there, so let's do that. Okay, let's try to take this out, because I know the intention is you're supposed to be able to mount it on a wall. So The Chiefs sent an email when they were starting to mail these out, and they said, we want to know where you guys have been hanging these in your houses, in your sports cave in the basement or whatever. So they were asking for photos. So yeah, this is definitely intended to be hung from a wall. So, oh, there we go. Epilepsy warning. Okay, give me a second as I figure this out. Step 1 is removing it from the box. Okay, I think actually that should stay in the box. And then if you want to mount it somewhere, I guess you would just unplug it here. Like that. There it is with the lights off. It's red if you can tell. Chiefs logo on the top. You probably saw that when it was lit up. It's still in a plastic wrapping, so that can be taken off yet, but then it's otherwise just plastic. You can hear it there, hard plastic. There's a couple of holes on the top there. Oh, this is out of the frame, sorry. A couple of holes on the top for mounting it. And then yeah, so this thing, okay, so there's an on-off switch here on this piece of it, but this is USB on the end. So anything that you've got that you can plug this into, like a USB connection, and then plug it into the wall. For example, if you have something like this, I have this from like an old Samsung phone, and you can just plug that in like that, and then I could plug that into my wall and it would work. So, or you can plug it into a computer or whatever. If you have a way to plug it in, there you go. And then what they sent here, this is just a little battery thing. Oh, interesting, okay. I'm not gonna know the words for this stuff, but the battery here that comes with it has a couple of buttons on it. I think, yeah, 5 volts in, so you should be able to charge this. Is there more to it here? Hold on. We got a lot going on in this year's package. This comes out, so it sounds like we've got some more hardware. There we go, answering all my questions. So yeah, I've got that. It comes with one. Perfect. So there's the USB you can plug it into, and you're all set. So I don't need this one. But it comes with that. And then there's, what, maybe some screws or something in here. Oh, yep, little screwdriver. Little slotted screwdriver. And screws. There we go. Wow, they give you everything. That's it for that box. So yeah, we've got, let's see, 4 screws with the anchor, I don't know what those are called, the little plastic things that you would put into the wall to anchor into sheetrock or whatever. So we've got 4 of those. There are only 2 holes on this, so they give you some extra screws. And then this is the adapter then to be able to power or to recharge this, I would guess, unless this is probably needed. Actually, I don't know. I bet you could plug this directly into this, just like this, and you shouldn't need the adapter, I bet this thing would just plug right into the wall. But this is, I'm a little confused. They have this set up, this little switch in the corner here. They have that so that when I opened it, it presented it and it was all lit up, and that was really cool. But do you need this? This is gonna be a long video if we try to figure all this out. But basically, this, let me unravel it here. This piece would plug into this for 5-volt in. And then you would take this, plug it in like this way, plug this into the wall, and charge it back up, is my assumption. And then if you wanted, you could also plug this into the wall and then plug the light into this, pretty much the way that it was in the box here, and it would also light up. These buttons, I'm not sure what those are. There is a little manual here though. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but let's see if we can get some quick answers. How to charge this product. Power detection, press the button. The lamp is not lit. The low battery needs to be charged. The bright blue light when charging. The English is not great on here. Method 1, connected to the computer. So that's a way to charge it. That's another way to charge it. Mobile power. Okay. Interesting. So just to summarize what I'm reading here, without reading the whole thing, this is a mobile battery pack. So they literally say in that manual you can use this to charge your phone or whatever. So they're using it here to light the neon sign. You could literally use this, you charge it up using this, just as I was describing, plug that in, charge it up, and then you can take this with you and keep it in your car and like charge your phone if you really want to do that. But they give it to you for the sign, so if you don't have an outlet available and you want to bring the neon sign, let's say to a tailgate, then you could do that. So it's just a mobile battery pack. I don't know exactly what these buttons do. I'm sure one of them is on off and the other does something else, but anyway, I'm not gonna spend much more time here on this. So this is pretty cool. I don't think there's anything else in here. The rest of this is just to hold the sign in place and to protect it during shipping. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I would say, personally, this is probably the coolest STM package I've received since becoming a ticket member back in 2020. Just by the sheer size of the package, the presentation when I open the box and it lights up automatically, everything they give you with the battery pack and just all the equipment, the tools to put this thing on your wall and everything. Like, it's just a really cool piece. And I've gotten the golden football, I got a couple of the Super Bowl rings, the paperweights that they gave, the little stadium model that they gave for GEHA Field. I think this one is the coolest. So anyway, not disappointed in that. We'll wrap it up there. This video is much longer than my others, but maybe I'll cut some of this out, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. As long as I'm an STM, I will keep putting these videos out every year, so keep an eye out for them, and we'll see you next year. Go Chiefs!